Aircraft turboprop engines starting procedures and safety measures. Let's talk about starting turbine engines. Now, starting one of these engines is like a carefully choreographed dance. 3 crucial steps in the right order. First, the starter gets the main compressor moving to kickstart the airflow. Then, at just the right speed, the igniters come alive, igniting the fuel. And as the engine picks up speed, it becomes self-sustaining, and we say goodbye to the starter. Before we even think about starting, we've got a checklist. Remove those protective covers. Inspect the engine areas for any sneaky fuel or oil. Give everything a thorough visual once over. Controls, access plates, and nacelle areas, making sure they're all snug. Check for water in the sumps, clear any gunk from the air inlets, and if possible, test the compressor blades for smooth rotation. But here's the thing. The steps I just rattled off, they're just a guideline, not for the real deal. Every turboprop engine has its own specific starting procedures. Always, and I mean always, follow the detailed instructions from the manufacturer. Now, these engines come in 2 flavors, fixed turbine and free turbine. In the fixed turbine, the propeller is directly linked to the engine, creating some extra resistance during startup. With the free turbine, there's no direct connection, so the propeller just chills in a feathered position until the gas generator revs up. Instruments for these engines, well, they measure the usual stuff. Oil pressure, temperature, and fuel flow. But hey, they also track gas and propeller speeds, and even the torque produced by that propeller. Figure? And getting these babies started, smaller engines might use electric motors, but the big ones need a hefty kick. That's where air turbine starters come in. They're lighter and pack a punch to get the engine going. Figure shows how engine controls of a turboprop aircraft. They can grab air from different sources like an APU, ground air cart, or even from another engine. Starting procedures and safety measures. Starting a turboprop engine involves a series of carefully sequenced steps to ensure a safe and efficient startup. Here's a general guide for familiarization with typical procedures and methods. Always refer to the manufacturer's instructions for accurate and safe engine startup. Pre-start checks. Remove all protective covers from the aircraft. Inspect the engine exhaust areas for fuel or oil presence. Visually inspect all accessible engine parts and controls. Check nacelle areas for secure inspection and access plates. Inspect air inlet areas for foreign material. Ensure sumps are free of water. 7, check compressor for free rotation where accessible. Turboprop engine types. Fixed turbine, directly connected to the propeller. Propeller turns during startup, creating extra drag. Free turbine, no mechanical connection between gas generator and power turbine connected to the propeller. Propeller remains in feather position during starting. Instrumentation. 1 turboprop engines use standard instruments: oil pressure, oil temperature, interturbine temperature, ITT, and fuel flow. 2 additional instruments include gas generator speed, propeller speed, and torque produced by the propeller. Engine controls. Turboprop engines use power levelers, throttle, propeller levers, and condition levers. Starting procedures. 1, turn on the aircraft boost pumps. Ensure the power lever is in the start position. 3, place the start switches in the start position. 4, activate the ignition switch. Some engines may activate ignition by moving the fuel lever. 5, turn on the fuel by moving the condition lever to the on position. 6, monitor exhaust temperature lights. If limits are exceeded, shut down the engine. 7, check oil pressure and temperature. Once the engine reaches a self-sustaining speed, the starter is disengaged. The engine continues to accelerate to idle. 10, maintain the power lever at the start position until the specified minimum oil temperature is reached. 11, disconnect the ground power supply if used. Emergency conditions. If any of the following conditions occur during the starting sequence, turn off the fuel and ignition switch, discontinue the start immediately, investigate, and record findings. 1, turbine inlet temperature exceeds the specified maximum. 2, acceleration time from start of propeller rotation to stabilized RPM exceeds the specified time. 3, no oil pressure indication at 5,000 RPM for the reduction gear or power unit. Torching, visible burning in the exhaust nozzle. Engine fails to ignite by 4,500 RPM or maximum motoring RPM. 6, abnormal vibration or compressor surge occurs. 7, fire warning bell rings may indicate engine fire or overheat. Thanks for watching.